Hello guys, welcome to Kited Digital. Now my name is Kobe, and if you are here, it means that you want to learn how to create this beautiful landing page or home page just with Elementor free, nothing else. So in today's video we're going to learn how to create this beautiful landing page with this blob shape image over here, and then with um, this full screen menu or header over here, and then you click over here, and then it will open for you, and when you click over there it will close for you. Just this beautiful thing over here, and then this mouse over here, that when you click it will send you to the next section of the website. So this was created for free using Elementor, and a very beautiful plugin that I've discovered. Okay, very nice one. Everything over there. Now if you can see the background, you can see that there is some animation going on here and there. All these things are done free of charge, nothing else. Okay, we use just Elementor free version, and then the plugin that I'm talking about. Now this is the website. Now this is the home page of the website, so let's refresh it and see how it looks like. So when somebody lands on your website, this is where the person is going to land. Okay, so now this is just a website designed for web designing, so it needs to be nice and it needs to be beautiful. So you realize that the person lands over here, and then see this beautiful thing over here, and then we will scroll down, then we'll see the mouse over there, and then we'll be tempted to click it. So when the person clicks it, we'll send the person over here, and then it says web design, responsive website design for all devices. So what do? The person will love to see what kind of designs that you have. So you know, just beautiful web design, responsive for all devices, both e-commerce and then business websites. So you can see over here all of them. So all these things are created free of charge. And then when the person wants to navigate through your website again, when you see the menu button over here, the hamburger button over here, the person will be tempted to click on it. Now when the person clicks on it, the magic happens. Boom, this thing opens. Very nice, beautiful background with the menu items on it. That's it. So as you can see, when I hover on it, it does the magic. Okay, the person can click, and then we'll send the person to wherever the person wants to go, and then the person can decide to click over here, and then it will close. Now all these things were created free of charge with nothing. I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy any plugin. All what I used was Elementor, the free version, and the plugin that I'm about to show you guys. So without much ado, I don't want to talk much. Let's jump into the website. Now if you are new over here, I will entreat everybody to please subscribe to this channel for me, and let's grow together. Okay, so whenever I discover something, I try to experiment with it and then show you guys how it is done. So let's jump into it and let's go. Alright guys, so before you can be able to create a website, firstly you first need what we call a hosting and a domain, and then you also need to install WordPress. So I guess everybody have a hosting and then a domain name. Now if you don't have it, I have a link down there, and then I have a lot of videos I've talked about how to get hosting and domain. You can watch those videos over here. I mean this particular one over there, so you can watch it. Now let's jump into the video. So first, this is the back end of our website, and we are going to install two plugins. Okay, we're going to install, I've already installed it together, but then I'm going to show you how you can also install it. So to install a plugin, you first need to hover on plugins, click on add new, and then type in the name of the plugin or in the search bar over here, and then the plugin that you are looking for will come. So we are looking for the first one that we're going to look for is Elementor. So we're looking for Elementor, yeah, this one. Okay, so when it comes, it wouldn't be installed, so you have to click on what install, just like this one, and then when it is installed, they will tell you to what activate it. Then you click on what activate it. Now the activate. Now the next one that we are going to install is also what unlimited element for Elementor. Okay, so this plugin over here, this is what we are going to install. Okay, now this comes with so many free widgets and templates that you can use it to design your website. Okay, so we are going to install this one, unlimited element for Elementor, free widget add-ons, okay, by Unlimited Elements. So you click on install, and then when it is installed, you click on what activate. Now after activating and installing these two plugins, now we need to come over here. You see, when you install Elementor will show over here, and then Unlimited Element 2 will show over here. So we need to go to Unlimited Element. Okay, so what we are going to do is we click on Unlimited Element, and then we are going to with Unlimited Element, when you install, the plugin comes with all these widgets. Okay, a lot of them, so many of them, but you still need to install them over here. Okay, so you have all these creative widgets, all the categories over here. You can choose whatever that you want to install. So the first one that we are going to install is the animated mouse scroll icon. So we have to install this one. Now this one is already installed, so what it does is it gives you that mouse effect on your website. Okay, so now if it is not installed, when you hover on it, it's going to be like this one here. So then you click on what install. Okay, yeah, and then the next one too we are going to install is this one, the Blob Shapes. Okay, this one. So you install this one to the Blob Shapes. Okay, and then what again, now we go and search for what we call remote counter. Okay, so we search for remote counter. Now this is the remote counter, the first one that we will install, and we also install this one also. So we install these two remote counters. So just hover on it this way, you see that they will tell you to install. It will install directly from their cloud to your website. Okay, we install these two things. So we have installed this one, and then we have also installed the Blob Shapes. Okay, and then the next one that we are also looking for is we search for what we call the navigation menu. Yeah, so we are going to install this one. Okay, the full screen navigation menu over here. So we hover on it just like this one. Okay, this one is the pro version, but we are looking for the free version over here. Just look for the free version. So we hover on it, and then we click on what install. Okay, full screen navigation menu. Okay, and then the next one too that we are going to install is the background. For the background, we'll install it from a different place, but let's go to the Card Carousel. Okay, yeah, so we are going to install this one, which is the Card Carousel. Now this one gives us this one. Okay, this thing over here. Now all these things are connected together, you understand? Yeah, you install it separately and then you connect all of them together, so it gives us this thing over here. So we are going to install the Card Carousel. Okay, this one, and then so we have installed the remote counter, remote arrows, the Card Carousel, the Blob Shapes, animated mouse, the full screen navigation, and then the last one is the background particles. Now the background particles, we will not see it over here, but we are going to under the unlimited element over here. You see we have widgets and then we have background widget. Okay, so we click on background widget over here, and then what we are going to do is the first one over here. So the first one over here, okay, that is what I used. Particles background, the first one over here, that is what I used in designing this website. So that is what you see over there, as you can see. Yeah, so all these things is from this one. Okay, now you can choose any of the free ones, you can play around it, any one that you want, but I'm going to go with this one. Okay, so that is it. So these are what we will install, and then we start designing our website. So first we will create a page. Okay, so we're going to create a new page, and then we'll call the page let me call it sample page. Okay, I'm gonna call the page sample page, and then or maybe sample home. Yeah, sample home, and then I'll change the template from default template to canvas, Elementor canvas, because I don't want the home, I don't want anyone to see the how do you call it, the menu. Okay, the header. Okay, I don't want nobody to see. I just want to use the other menu that we are going to use, the full screen menu that we are going to use in the home. So I'll use the canvas, and then I'll click on publish, and then I'll click on edit with Elementor. Yeah, so we are over here. Okay, so that is it, we are over here now. First, what we're going to do is we're going to create this first session over here. Okay, we're going to create this first session over here. Now I did this one first before I added the menu to it. Okay, so I'm going to create the first session over here. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a one session, one column session. Okay, so we're going to pick this one. Okay, and then choose this one. Okay, this one, that is what we are going to use. And then over here we change this one to what, full width. Okay, and then we come to column gaps, we come to height, and we give it a minimum height of 800. Okay, now I'm going to give a background picture. Okay, a background picture. I have some pictures that I use this picture. I'm going to use this picture as the background, so I will put that picture at the background, just like this one. Okay, now, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the position to center. The attachment, I'm going to do it fixed. Okay, I want it to be fixed so that when somebody scroll, it will be fixed over there, just like this one. Okay, I want it to be fixed. And then with the repeat, I don't want any repeat, and I want the size to be cover. Okay, just like this one. So it looks perfectly well. Okay, now the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to give it background overlay. Okay, now as you can see with this one, I gave it to what, an overlay. The overlay that I gave it is a gradient overlay. Okay, so I gave it a gradient overlay, which was related to just a bit of the gradient overlay that you can see on this one. Okay, so I picked this gradient overlay. Okay, and then I added some little bit of this kind of color to it. Okay, yeah, and then I reduced the opacity a little bit. And then I'll give it some blue, kind of like bluish color here, just like this. Okay, and then what I did was, now you see, because we installed the unlimited element, we have unlimited background over here, and because we have installed the unlimited background, we can add that particle that we installed. Okay, we can add it to it. So at the moment you click on it, it's supposed to what, come over there, and that is it voila, you have it over there, very nice and beautiful. Okay, yeah, so you can see all the particles moving over there. You can control the particles over here, the opacity of the particle, the number of particles that you want, okay, the speed of the particle, all of them you can control it. But I like it this way, it looks nice for me. Now I'm going to bring this text. Okay, now this text says what? Website design. So I'm going to copy the text, and then I'm going to bring the text over here. So I'll pull this text heading widget, I'll center it, and then I'll go to style and style the text. Okay, so it is white. Okay, and then the typography, I chose Great Vibes. Okay, I like that. I like that typography. Okay, so I like that font. So Great Vibe, I use this font, Great Vibes. Okay, and then I increase the size to however I want it. Okay, so however you want it, however you want it to be, you can increase it. If you want to change the width of the font, you can change it. Okay, so you see that it is coming into shape. Okay, now with this one, with these are two different columns. Okay, so you can see that this is the first column and this is two different columns altogether. Now with these two different columns, what I did was I picked this inner section over here. Okay, dragged it over here, and then it gave me two different columns over here. Now I have to use the this text, which is take your business global with a website. This is just a text that came into my mind. I use it for my main website, so I like it a lot. Take your business global with you. So I just use a heading widget. Okay, when I put it over here, yeah, use a heading widget. Okay, and then I will style the text. So this one is take your business global with a website. So I'll just style the text. I'll give it white. Okay, and then also I'll change the font to EB Garamond. So I'm going to use this font. So I use this font, and I'll increase the size to however I want it. Okay, so and then what I did was I changed this side. I changed this the right side or the right column to be 45. Yeah, so that this one will be a little bit bigger. Okay, and then I'll increase the text a little bit again. I styled this one also. I gave it an italics, this one, and then the business global to, or is it a business or business global? Let me check and see what I did over here. Yeah, the business global. Okay, the business global to, I made it an italics. I made it italics. Okay, just like this one. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so take your business global with a website. So the next one that we're going to do is to insert the blob shape picture over here. So we go to this place, and then we scroll down. Okay, and then we look for the blob shape picture. Yeah, this one. Okay, so we drag it over here, and when you drag it over here, it's gonna give you a default image with some things over here. Now we're going to change that image and then give it our own image that we want. So let's say we want this image, we insert it over here. Now you see, as you can see, it is it has given us some overlay. Okay, so we have to style the whole thing. So you can show title, show text. Okay, you can show even a link to it. Okay, but we don't want any of them. Or you can also decide to not make it animate, but you can decide to give it just a static image over there. Okay, you can choose between all these static shapes over here, but I want the animation. And then you can even increase the height of, you can increase it. Let's make it like 400. Okay, so 400. Yeah, so maybe this one is okay. And then what we are going to do is we go to style, and then with the background, okay, we can decide to what, remove the background, right? So when you remove the background, it's what, it's taking shape, right? It has taken shape. And then with the image overlay, if you don't want any image overlay, or you can decide to make it normal, so that there will not be an image overlay over here. Okay, and then you can position the image the way you want it. So I want to position it, let's say center top. Yeah, so I want it this way. So this looks good. It has taken shape. Okay, but as you can see, what's happening over here now, this one it looks crowded. Okay, so this is where you have to use your own technical eyes to make sure that the thing makes looks good. So what we are going to do is we are going to straighten it. So we go to this place, we click on the 6 dots over here, and then with the vertical alignment, what we do is we make it middle, so that everything will be centered in the middle. Okay, all of them will be centered in the middle. And then with this one, this one, we can give it a top padding or a down padding, so that it wouldn't be too close to is it padding or margin, any of them. You try it and see. Let me see a bottom margin. Okay, so we're going to use this one, rather, sorry, this one. So we give it a bottom padding of what, let's say 50 here, so that it wouldn't be close with the other columns down there. So let's say I'm gonna give it 60. Okay, so this one looks okay. Yeah, it looks okay. Now we are almost done with the hero side of it. Now what we're going to do it, I'm going to add the menu icon, the menu hamburger menu item to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a different section over here, structure over here, different section structure over here, and I'm going to pick this structure, this one. Okay, I'm going to pick this one. Now what I'll do it, I'll go to I'll click on the 9 dots over here, and then I'll search for menu. Okay, and then I'll look for the full screen menu. I'll drag it over here. Now when you drag it over here, this is how it's going to be like. Okay, now you need to pick your menu, select your menu from here. If you don't have a menu already, you create your own menu, and then you select your menu. Okay, if you don't know how to create menu, you can watch most of my videos. I go through how to create a menu and all those things. My last video, I went through how you can create your own header looking like the Jumia one. You can watch that one. So this one looks like this. So this is how it looks like. Okay, this is how it looks like. Now you have to style it and make it the way you want it. Okay, so right now what we are going to do is we are going to go and then make it let's say align right to go this way. Now we go to advanced. Okay, and then with the positioning we make it what fix, right? Yeah, so the position is what is fixed over there. Okay, yeah, so with the position it is what it is fixed. So as you can see, it is fixed over here. Okay, so if you can see that it is what it is fixed, it doesn't go anywhere. Now it is fixed that way, but it doesn't look nice. Okay, so we can also make the position obsolete, right? Yeah, when we make it obsolete, it is not fixed. Okay, it it doesn't fix over there. But when you make it what fix, okay, it's stuck over there, and then it moves along with what whenever you scroll over there. So what we are going to do is we're going to make sure that this one doesn't stuck at that corner over there. So what we do is we come to the advanced section over here. Now we give a margin and a margin or padding for it. Okay, so I'm going to give it a right margin of 50. Okay, so let me give a right margin of 20. Okay, and I'll give a top margin of 50, yeah, for it. So as you can see, it has taken shape. Okay, it has taken shape. It is fixed over here. Yeah, it is not at the side, at that side anymore. Now what we have to do is what we have to make sure that there is no space to over here. Okay, so with this we cannot really select which one is this. We don't know whether it is this one or it is this one. You don't know whether it is the background, the structure, first structure that we created, or the new one. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick navigation over here, and then this is the first structure. Okay, now we're looking for this one. Okay, and then we pull it up. Okay, so we want to pull it up, so let's give it a padding of 50, a negative, yeah. So that is it. So we get the top fixed, and we get the menu also fixed. Now when you click on the menu, this is how it appears. Okay, so we want to style it and make it very nice. Okay, so now let's go to the style of the menu. Now you can decide to choose the background that you want, but I want this one. And then the hover. Okay, when you hover on it, how does it behave? Now let's look at this one. When we hover on it, how does it be? It gives us what? This color. Okay, this kind of color. So we want that same color over here. So we want the hover to be somehow like this one. Okay, so when we hover, we wanted this one. And then what again? Now when you click on it, this background is black, but this one is different. When you click on it, what happens? It gives you an image background with what? With all the items with different colors. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to change the background over here. So if you scroll down, you see that there is what? A menu background over here. Okay, so what we do is we click on it, and then we will change the background. Instead of black, we'll give it an image background. Now we're going to pick this same image that we use for the hero. Okay, and then we'll use it. So as you can see, when we click on it, it gives us this background. Now what what next are we going to do? We want to what? We want to change the color of the the menu items over there. So when we go to menu items, okay, we can change the color. So the link items, we can decide to change the color to any color that we want. Okay, if you want it to be red or whatever it is, but I want it to be in a pink color to match my website. So I'm going to give it this color. Okay, now I'm going to give it a top top of I'm gonna give it a top margin of what? 20. Yeah, so that there will be a little bit space in it. And then with the typography, I'm gonna give it poppins, and then I'll increase the size of it a little bit. So let's try it and see. Yeah, so as you can see, the size has been increased. Okay, so this is also done. Now let's come down. Okay, so we are almost done. Let's come down and then fix the mouse over here, so that when somebody clicks on it, it will send the person down, just like we did with this one. Okay, we're gonna fix this mouse over here. So what we're gonna do is we will go to the same place. Okay, and then we'll look for the mouse, scroll down and then look for the mouse here, this one. Okay, this is where we're going to drag, so we will drag it and put it over here, place it underneath over here. Yeah, so this is how it looks like when you put it there. It comes in a small and then black, then you have to style it. Okay, so now let's go to the style and we're gonna give it white. Okay, and then we want it to be center, and we want the width, the height to be 80, and then the width to be 40. Yeah, this one is okay. Let's make it 45. Yeah, this one is okay. And then the scroll to, we want to change the color to make it white. Okay, all of them we want it to be white. So basically we are done with it. We are done with this one. Now what we have to do is to spacing it a little bit, give it a space. So I'm going to click over here and then give it a margin. Okay, bottom margin of 50 or maybe 70. Yeah, and then I'll also click this one here and then also give it a bottom margin of 70. Okay, so yeah, it is what it is in shape, right? Okay, so as we can see, this one has pulled up, okay, because of the margin that we gave this particular one. Okay, so we are going to remove this one and then also remove this one for the meantime, and then now we're going to give this one, a top margin. Let me see. Okay, so we're going to give this particular one over here. I'm coming. Let me go here. The text. Okay, we're going to give the text a top margin of -100. Okay, so then we remove the negative and make it 100. Okay, so as you can see, it is working. We can even give it 150. Yeah, so that there will be space over there, and then we wouldn't worry about when we increase the space or when we don't increase the space. So what we're going to do over here is give this one also bottom margin of 70, so it doesn't affect the top one. Okay, so it is working and everything is working. And then we're also going to give this one, or we still give this one a top one of 70. Yeah, so that it distance itself from this place. Okay, so guys, as you can see, everything is looking good. Everything is looking good now. Everything is looking good now. We can go ahead and then bring our next session over there. So our next session 2 is this one. Okay, so guys, as you can see, it comes with two different, it's a gradient color and then 2 different sessions over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, like with this one, I'm going to pick this one. Okay, and then I'll give I'll also make this one full width. I wouldn't make it full width, I'll just make it a minimum height. Okay, and then with the minimum height, I'll come here, the 400, I'll leave it like that. I'll come here and give a gradient color to it. So I'll give a gradient color of this color, okay, blue. And then I'll come to, after giving the gradient color, I'll come to the unlimited background, and then I'll add the particles to it to make it flow. So as you can see, it is working. So now if I stretch the height, I make the height, let's say 600. Okay, it still works. Everything is working, and everything is perfectly done. So guys, we are still on it, and we are still on course. So as you can see, and this one is stuck over there, it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, it just stuck. If you scroll, you can see that the image 2 is fixed over there. So that is it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring all these widgets in to make our website great. So our first one that we're going to pick is, I'm going to pick this one, website design. Okay, I'm going to pick the website design, and then I'll pick a heading widget, bring it over here, and then I'll insert the website. I'm going to close this one, the navigator, and then I will style it, make it white. Okay, give it a font of Poppins, and then I'll increase the size to, let's say, 50. Yeah, so 50 is okay. Now I'll pick this one also, okay, responsive, and then I'll use a text editor, a text widget. I'll paste this one in. I'll style this one also. I'll come to style, change the text color to white, okay, and then give it a typo of Poppins, and then give it 20. Yeah, 20 is okay. So now we have our text side done. Now we need to bring these two things, and then this one. We will bring this one first before we bring these two. We'll bring this one, style it, finish, and then we'll bring these two things. Okay, so now let's go to the this one. Let's bring this one, this widget. This widget is the card carousel. Okay, so this one, we drag it over here. Now when you drag it over here, this is how it comes with. Okay, so it looks different over here, right? Yeah, but you have to style it to make it the way you want it. Okay, so a lot of things are not needed. So first I want it to show just one. Okay, I don't want any loop, I don't want any autoplay, I don't want text decoration. Okay, so I'll come to the layout. I don't want to show any arrows. Okay, yeah, I'm coming. Let me bring the loop to it. Yeah, and then let me check, and then I don't want to show any bullet too, and then I don't want to show show button. Okay, and then I don't want any text top decoration. Yeah, and then I don't want to show any text. Okay, so I just want this one. Okay, just this one. Now let's go to the style over here. Now before we go to the style, let's bring in the items. So when you go to the items over here, okay, I'm gonna delete all these ones, and then click over here. I want to remove the text, and then go over here and bring my first website, which is an e-commerce website. So I'm going to bring e-commerce website. Okay, so that is fixed. Now I'm going to duplicate this one, okay, and then also bring the second one. The second one is the church website. I'm going to bring the church website. So church website, and then I'll still duplicate the church one and bring the third one, which is also the business or the NGO website. This is an NGO website, very nice, beautiful website that I did for a client. So I'm gonna say NGO website. Okay, so basically we are almost done. So this is 3, right? Now I'm gonna duplicate it again and bring the fourth one. Okay, so the fourth one is what? The fourth one is, yeah, also an e-commerce website. So that is also an e-commerce website. Okay, so guys, we are done with. Now as you can see over here the image, the height, and then the height is not good, so I'm going to increase the height a little bit. So let's go to the image. This is the slider. Let's go to the image over here, and then we will increase the height to 350, right? Let's make it 350. Yeah, 350 is okay. And then the width, yeah, the width too, we have to increase it a little bit. So let's increase the width to, let's say, 800. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna drag this one a little bit here, okay, and then let me update it and then preview it and see how it looks like. So this is how it looks like. Okay, so we still have some things to do over here. Okay, so let's go back and then still increase it to maybe, or reduce the height. Let me reduce the height to maybe 300 and see how it still looks like. Yeah, so 300 is okay. It came to ship. Yeah, okay, very good. So now the website is looking good. Now we have to remove the white, over there. So let's go to the title. Okay, let me go to the title, and instead of black I'm gonna make it white because it's gonna be on a dark pink color. And then the text, okay, there's no text for it. I'm coming. Okay, so the slider, okay, background, yeah, so with the background I'm gonna make it transparent, okay, so that I don't have to see any background. And then with the border too, I don't want any border, okay. And then with the top decoration too, I don't want anything like that. Okay, let me save it and then see how it looks like. Okay, so we have to remove this border from here because I don't want to see any border. So let me find out where the border is and remove it. Where is the border? Oh, okay, So we want border to be none. Yeah, I've seen it over there. So that is it. So the border should be none. Okay, and then we update it. Okay, so guys, we are almost there. We are almost done. So as you can see, yeah, everything is what is taken into shape. Yeah, so the only problem is this one. Okay, this one. Now I don't know why it happens that way, but I think I can fix it, because it shouldn't be like this. Okay, well, let me come here and go here and give this one a negative z index. Okay, so as we give this one negative z index, okay, and we give it a 0 z index. So now, yes guys, so we give this one with a 0 z index. Okay, so this is a 0 z index, so that this one can be able to come up. Okay, so that is it. Now what we are going to do is, you can decide to increase the font size of this one. Okay, so if you want to increase the font size, let's say you want to increase the font size, so for the title, okay, you can change the font size, or the font to be what, Poppins. Okay, and then maybe give it 25 font size. Okay, so if you want spacing to be there, you can give it to it a spacing. Okay, so that is it. You can update it. Now we have only two things to work on, and then our website is complete. Our home page or landing page is complete. Now the first one is the top counter over here. That is the remote counter, and then the another one is the remote item 2 over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the 9 dot over here, scroll down, and bring this remote counter here. We bring it here. Stay cool here. We bring it at the top over here. Now before it can be able to connect, we have to go back to this place, go to content. Okay, and then as you can see over here, connected widgets, right? Settings. Now we need to enable connection. Okay, we have to enable connection over here, and then we can decide to sync it. Okay, so whatever it is, just leave it as sync group 1 over there. Now we can start styling the website, the counter. Okay, so the justify, we want it to start, we want it to come to the start, and then I want the colors to also change to white. Okay, the typography, that is the current one, I want it to be Poppins. Okay, and then I want the text to be 65, or let's say 75. Yeah, 75. And then with the separator also, I want it to be white. And then I can increase the separator a little bit, like let's say 50. Yeah, and then this the total color, that is the total counter color, I want it to be a little bit transparent. Okay, I don't want it to be all white. And then I want this one to be 70, or maybe 65, so that this one will be bigger than this one. Okay, so we are almost done. Now the next one that we are going to do is we're going to pick the second one, which is the remote arrows. Okay, so with the remote arrows we can paste it over here or drag it over here. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So as you can see, we can start working automatically. It connects. Okay, automatically it connects, and then we can style it the way we want it. So the background is white. Okay, so I still want the background to be white. The border color, I want it to also be white. Okay, but the icon button, I want it to be somehow dark pink, right? Yeah, something like this. And then I'll come to the hover. Okay, so with the hover over here, the button hover. Okay, the button hover, I want it to be white. The button hover. Okay, so I'll give it a transparent color, and then I want the color itself to be, the button icon itself to be white. So when I hover over here, it should show me what, as you can see. Okay, that is how I want it. Yeah, so I think everything is done. We can just update it and then check how the website looks like. Now guys, yes, so everything is working perfectly as planned. Yeah, that is it. So the next one that we have to do is to make sure that when we click over here, it sends us to this side. Okay, so before we do that, I want to give some small spacing between the top session and the down session. So let's say I want to give top margin of 50. Okay, so top padding of 50. Yeah, so I want to increase it to, let's say, 100. Okay, update it. Now I want to click this one so that when I tap on it, it will send me to this place. So I have to go to content. Come here, where are you? This one. Yeah, so I have to go to content. Okay, now you see the link over here. Now I have to give it a class name, okay, or an ID name. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it this one. This is website design, so I'm gonna give it design. Okay, and then over here I can use this one, or I can use this one anywhere I want to use. Okay, so let's say I want to use this one. Okay, so I'll come over to advanced, and then you see the class ID. Okay, the CSS ID over there. I just type in the design that I without the pound sign. Okay, so the design I type in over here, and then I'll click on update. Now the moment I do that, when we check the website, okay, so let's scroll down and then let's click over here. You see, it works perfectly. So that is it. So we can click over here and then everything is working perfectly. You can also click over here and then everything is working perfectly. So guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and then please subscribe to the channel for me, and let us grow together. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.